wasn't I good.
Kano got wings.
Yeah, at least I was good to you. At least I was good to you. At least I was good to you. At least I was good to you.
I can't make no fucking promises. Lifestyle getting out of control. Lifestyle getting ludicrous. I made a million in less than a year and I blew that on stupid shit.
That's enough.
That's a dope song, though.
That is a boogie.
That's a dope song.
Just dropped that. He just dropped that this Friday.
That's a dope song. I didn't even know that was A Boogie. That surprised me. That's a dope song.
He just dropped that, and this is Across the Board podcast. This is Dre on the mic. We have Ricky to my left.
That's right.
And Elliot is literally across the board from me right now.
No point intended or point intended.
Yeah, welcome. This is week 3.
Unbelievable, man. We still made it. We're still recording.
Week 3. Y'all know that's like when school got real. Like the first 2 weeks, it was just fucking around. Like so,
figure out your class, what's your homeroom, who am I gonna sit next to. By week 3, you were like, all right,
this shit's kind of serious. There's fucking homework. There's assignments due and shit like that. So that's where we're at. There's assignments due, boys.
That's when you really started sleeping in class. You know, that's when week 3 is when you started to go to sleep in class. That's
when you felt comfortable. Like
week 1 and week 2, you were just trying to figure out who was in your class and like what class were you taking because you just be fucking up.
Week 3, you're also out of outfits. You know what I mean? You're back to you got to wear the same shit again.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
This is
week 3.
Week 3.
We're on the same thing. This man over here came in his like wife beater shirt. Gotham City Police Department over here.
Ricky, you gonna say some lives today?
Listen, man, I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful wearing graphic tees because people they stare at you reading the shit and you forget what you have on. Yeah. So I'm like, what the hell are these motherfuckers talking about? Because I got a Gotham Police Department shirt on. But you know what? Maybe I'll get coupons and discounts at the grocery store.
All right, Commissioner Gordon. Enough of that. All right, so we're gonna go through some quick things right here. What came out recently? Let's see. We're gonna first of all, tragic thing that happened in Las Vegas. Lots of information still coming out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Did you see the recent one about the dude was looking into Fenway? To plan some shit.
So I saw the headlines of the article. What's it about? So he was looking into doing the same thing here?
Yeah, I guess he had a hotel room booked for Lollapalooza. I think that's in Chicago.
Yeah, in Chicago, yeah.
And he also was looking into
probably one of the Fenway concerts.
Yeah.
When Lady Gaga was here recently, Tom Petty was here recently.
There's always a country concert every year at Fenway.
Yeah, there was, yeah. So I'm almost wondering, I'm not trying to be funny. Did this guy hated country music, or he was just gonna do that no matter what?
Well, Lollapalooza is not country.
No, I know it's not, it's not. But I'm just.
And supposedly he wasn't going for that concert. He was going for a different concert. It just happened to be.
Yeah, it just happened to be that one. Yeah.
But there's conspiracies. People are saying he wasn't alone.
Fucking killer, man.
I'm just saying.
I will say this, not for nothing. I'm kind of. It's better that it happened at a country music concert because it would have been all sorts of other shit if it was a rap concert. If a white dude would have shut up a rap concert, it would have been all sorts of other shit going on.
Oh yeah, it would have been much worse. Still tragedy. Still to be taken, not taking me lightly, but
you know what's wild? My brother-in-law was at the Mandalay Bay the weekend before, and he's in our fantasy football league. Javi was at the Mandalay Bay.
Damn.
A week before.
What I want to know is how is this guy with so many guns gets let up there with all this shit? I know there's no metal detectors and nothing like that. You can just go up there with many bags, but
So you're talking about
politicizing
you're talking about Vegas, where there's cameras in every corner, everywhere, and then people are saying there's an inside job because I guess there's no cameras catching them moving around with the bags.
I heard about that too.
He had time to set up cameras inside and outside the place. We never really see.
We might have to cut this topic because once we start getting into conspiracies, I'm fucking going forever. Because I got some conspiracies on this.
I see Ramon pinging my phone right now about this conspiracies.
Listen, I believe it though.
The mafia.
I'm gonna hit you with this one because I got to do it. We're on the podcast. The people got to know the government for at least let's say an hour minimum. I'd say it's more like 6 hours. They knew who this guy was before we did. So they had it. So
isn't it supposed to be like that?
Yes, but what that does is it makes me question what is left out there when you think about people like the media looking up his Facebook pages or Googling the guy. The government was able to scrub whatever they wanted to in advance if they wanted to. I'm not saying they did, but if they did want to take shit off the internet, they could. They could have.
And they can. It even happens in small scales. Even when there's crime here in Boston, like when people get caught with murder and all this, people that, not that we know, but that are local.
They know more.
No, and they take down their Facebook page, Instagram. It gets taken down right away. Right away.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, multi-millionaire.
Week 4.
Mandalay Bay.
Conspiracies.
Yeah. Let's move on from that. Spain. Y'all see what's going on in Spain?
So the little bit that I know about it is that I've seen some videos of people on Facebook, and you're gonna explain more about this than I do. But
we're talking about Ibiza.
No. This is in Spain, I think. And correct me if I'm wrong on
Panties
this.
Dropping?
Basically, these people were like trying to vote, and then the police or the army was like pushing them away, and like what was happening?
So I'll explain. So Catalonia, which is the old Spain like heritage, is thinking that they're losing all their heritage, their culture, and wanted to cast a vote to become independent.
Brexit,
basically.
Basically,
the only problem is Spain has with this is Catalonia. One of the main cities that's in there is.
I like how you say that, Catalonia.
Say it in Spanish.
It's not even.
I know funny?
It's not. That language
is
not Spanish.
I know.
It's like a French Spanish. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Every time you say the word, though, I keep thinking of the
Catalina
Step Brothers. The the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah. Anyways,
the
continue,
most important city in Catalonia is Barcelona.
Yeah.
And that's basically where Spain gets most of their income. So if Catalonia becomes independent, they take Barcelona with them, and Spain has a big problem with that. So the Spanish government said no, this vote cannot happen, and it doesn't count. They've done this before. Catalonia has said this vote before, and old government was like, nope, that doesn't count. It doesn't really matter. This one decided to send federal policemen to stop them, and that's where we have this civil unrest now.
So what are the positives of it going through?
I don't even know what the positives they're going through. Truthfully, it's negative for Spain in general
for the country of Spain.
The reason the European countries are mostly trying to do this, and I don't know if this is the case with the Catalonia one, is they want to get away from the EU. That's why Britain wanted to get out of the EU. That was Brexit. I don't know if that's what Catalonia is trying to do by getting out of Spain, because Spain is in the EU.
Yeah.
If they annex themselves from Spain, they become a sovereign nation, and they're not part of that governing body. Maybe, I don't know.
So Catalonia is literally they said they want to get rid of it is because they're losing their culture. Their language is basically outlawed.
But that's also what Brexit was. It was about immigration, and they want to basically.
But that's not about
borders.
Your language disappearing.
No, it is.
It's not. But
it's like you're telling people
That's a dog.
It's like you telling Dominicans they can't speak Spanish in Boston.
That's a dog whistle for nationalism. That basically means they want to have more national pride, more civic pride. That's a dog whistle for everybody else. Get out.
So how is that any different than what was happening in what's happened all over the United States about the Native Americans?
Native Americans have less power. Catalonia,
I know,
powerful.
But I'm saying it's kind of like the same thing. Like they want to. No, not really.
I don't know if it's the same thing. It's kind of it's a different thing.
It's a nationalism, man. Honestly, that is basically saying everyone else get out. It's mines. That's what Brexit tried to do. It's like, you know what? Shut down the immigration, shut down the borders, lock it down.
So I don't think Catalonia is trying to get away from the EU itself, because getting away from the EU, look at what's going on with them right now with Britain. They're having a lot of trouble.
You know what this reminds me of? Just Isaiah Thomas getting traded, just no loyalty. Catalonia having no loyalty to Spain. Just
so it didn't go through. So it didn't go through because the police stopped. They were doing some shit. So
last I've heard is they're going to put the proposal on Monday to say they want independence.
You think it's going to pass?
I don't know, man.
It is interesting.
So that's why I bring it up, because it changes what we saw. Like when we grew up in a map, it was Spain was one country. Now, like Pluto, it's going to be like a different scenario moving forward.
Oh man, Pluto was not a planet back in the day.
It was a planet.
It was a planet back in the day, and then okay. Oh, hold on. Pluto was not a planet for like a 5-year span, right? And then like it became a planet back again. So does that mean that
it was a moon for a little while?
Yeah. So that means that
some people still think it's a moon.
In science class, when I answered that question and I got it wrong, that Pluto wasn't a planet.
Wrong.
Do you think for those 5 years I got it right? Should I go back to elementary and say like, hey, instead of a D, give me a C?
No, you're fucked.
Because I know it's back to being a planet, apparently.
Whatever. So that's what's going on in Spain. That's why I bring it up.
I've been to Spain.
They're pretty racist, what I'm hearing.
Spain's pretty nationalistic.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
So besides that, we have, speaking of bad situations, Puerto Rico, they got hit with some nasty weather over the summer.
Maria,
Jose, yeah, Harvey. Man. A lot of not a lot of the country, but like that Hurricane Alley.
They got the hurricane gangbang.
Yeah, man, Maria, Jose, and then Harvey, and is it Irma? Always some Spanish names, but yeah, man.
So they got hit pretty hard. People are dying over there. They don't have water. They don't have light because situations. But
shit's fucked up though. Shit's really fucked up.
Tesla, Elon Musk
Tell me about him.
Saying he's gonna build some solar panels. He said he could bring electricity back to that country.
I feel a way about that guy.
What do you feel? I actually like the guy.
It seems real opportunistic.
I mean, he has to. He has to. Like right now, they have a real dire situation.
No, so here's the thing. It's getting a little. It's a great thing if they can do it. So I shouldn't say that he's opportunistic because you know what? At the end of the day, it's helping people. So if he makes money off of that, he's still helping people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's still a good thing. But bro, you just make some cars. You just took shitloads of the deposits from people and you can't build a goddamn car.
All right.
Now you want to go build a grid.
Do you call?
What's to say he's gonna take people's money and not finish the grid?
So he's not taking nobody's money. You know he's gonna try to build this off his pockets because he owns Solar City, and he owns Tesla. So that means he's bringing
SpaceX
and SpaceX. So he's bringing his own batteries, which he's getting them at below cost probably. He's bringing his own solar panels, which he's going to get below cost. All he has to do is just pay engineers. So if this project works, that means other countries are going to be like, hey, Elon, come through. Just build some things.
Yo, it's perfect because they lost their whole grid. They have to build a power system. They're 95% power loss still to this day. It's like 2 weeks after the storm, 95% power loss. They're working off generators.
Yeah, but don't forget that the government neglected to have good power grids.
Well, the power company defaulted on their loan.
Whose fault is that?
The power company defaulted on their loan from the government.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that it's not the thing that we did wrong. Like there was like a company that did something wrong, and that Elon coming in is a good thing. Yes, he's gonna make money off of it, but look at the great outcome out of it.
I'm just worried he won't finish it because that's just the history of the.
I think he will.
The history of Tesla as a company is that they don't complete anything; they just move on to the next venture. That's their history.
I mean, they finished the Model S. They finished their
Tesla
SUV.
is in the so far under, they're not making any money. They're making zero profit.
They're making something because they're all their cars are selling out. The only car they have in problem.
They have no inventory. Right. That's because they make like 20 cars. They don't make money. They spend more because their product is so well made, and then and from an engineering perspective, they haven't made money yet.
Does the same goes to Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bugatti? They don't make that many of it. But they sell.
But they've been making them, and they already have an assembly line, and it's all.
They don't have an assembly
line.
They're made by hand.
What I'm trying to say is every vehicle they make is already profit. They don't have the overhead yet. These dudes are literally building the technology out.
I don't know, man.
He took deposits 2 years ago for a car that's still not out, and he hasn't even met.
But he did the same thing with the S and the SUV, the X. He did the same thing. He took the pots beforehand, and now all I see a bunch of S's.
Yeah, listen, I want it to work because that's dope. Puerto Rico needs a power grid. It makes sense instead of building out like a system that's already been, it's 80 years old. That's old. Do that shit. Trust me, dude.
Yeah.
My wife, my in-laws are Puerto Rican. Build that shit.
Yeah, Puerto Rico needs help.
That will work out for them. And maybe they won't have somebody just throwing free throws of paper towels at their
Did
country.
you see that, dude? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy, bro?
This he's a clown, man.
And we're talking about Trump, by the way, the clown. What the fuck?
The tangerine.
Dude, this dude. But the thing is that the people he was throwing, the people the Cheeto ass dude, the people he was, like shooting threes with the downy paper towel were not even people that were affected. They were like reporters.
This form was whack, dude. This dude don't even call it shooting free throws. This dude,
it was whack.
That
was a brick. It's not even a brick.
25 push
pictures
shot
that came out.
It wasn't. Yeah, it
There's
wasn't even
the
a
one
brick.
where they show him golfing. And with the subline,
oh
that
yeah,
says,
there's a lot of people that have that on their on Instagram.
They show him golfing in Puerto Rico where like the trees are down or whatever, and they show, well, this place is terrible. You should guys come to Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago. This dude, man, fucking, and you saw what the mayor said about him. Like, I don't. How is
mayor
did you
went
see what he said about the mayor?
Did you see what the mayor said? Forget him for a minute.
Yeah.
The mayor went in.
The mayor went in on him, like
so
really bad.
All I seen was he said that the mayor was like trash or something. So she wore a shirt saying trash during the interview.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, what's up with the shirt?" It's like, "Well, I was just called trash by Trump, so I'm wearing a shirt that says I'm trash."
Yo, real quick, she went to BU? That's a local flavor. The mayor of San Juan, the chick you're talking about who's standing up to Trump, she was a BU grad.
Nice. I didn't know that.
A shout out to the Bean.
There you go. Nice.
All right.
Go Terriers.
Go Terriers, yeah, but this dude is fucking up everywhere, man.
All right, well, fuck Trump.
Literally.
My 401k is not fucking up. I will say that.
Forget that. Forget him, man.
Let's talk about the Boston and New York and these playoffs. What's going on here?
All right.
Yankees win. They get that wild card. They look like they're winning the.
Elliot wishes the podcast was recorded like a week ago when there was good news. And you know what? I'm with you. Right now it's Friday. We record these on Fridays, so today Boston and the Yankees both played Game 2 of the division series,
and they're both down 0-2. The rest, this is my thing.
0-2.
They're facing good teams.
They're facing good. I mean, you're in the playoff. You're a good team. That no matter what.
These are 100 games winning.
Yeah,
teams.
but that doesn't matter. In 2014, the Giants, who won the wild card game, won the whole thing. So anybody can make it. Like in baseball, is one of those.
But that doesn't mean that it's not an upset when that happens.
It's not.
The Red Sox and Yankees are facing better teams.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah, they're both
100% agree. It's just that I'm a fan of the Yankees. You guys are a fan of the Red Sox, and it sucks when you have that who is gonna come in second in the Cy Young sale get beat up like that.
Yeah, that was terrible.
He got beat up.
The
really
thing that
bad.
makes the baseball playoffs crazy is it could be over so fast. All the other playoffs, it feels like they take a while. You know what I mean? Like because even if you lose in the first round, like in basketball, you're playing for like a week and a half.
Because
2 weeks.
basketball is
Elliot, we might be out of the playoffs this weekend.
Because
Sunday is the next
Sunday
game.
Because
3,
baseball needs to hurry the fuck up, yo. Like basketball, it's like 9
5-game series.
Yeah.
First round?
No, this is a 7-game series.
5-game series. The first round is 5-game series.
All right, I might be out on
that.
that.
The thing is that the basketball has like 9 days between games in every playoff game. That's why it lasts from like.
It's ridiculous. Like
dude,
it's 2 days off between when they travel between games.
The last game of the season is always like April 14th or 15th. The finals are
like
NBA
June
playoffs.
10th. 40 games in 40 nights.
It's like a month and a half of like playoffs. You can't have that in baseball, number one, because you end baseball in late September. And if you have 7-game series, and mind you, there's only 4, now 5 with the wild card, but basically 4 teams that make it from each side. And if you have 7-game series, it's going to go into like Thanksgiving. It's going to be cold as fuck. It's going to be snowing in
I'm
Cleveland.
not saying they should change it. I'm just saying how fast it goes. You play
because
for 6
right
months,
away.
dude.
Yeah.
You play for 6 months, and then in 5 days, your season's over.
Because you play right away. You play.
The season's over.
Yeah.
So our season, my odds are, Elliot, both of our seasons are about to be over like in like 2 days.
I have more confidence in the Yankees winning a game than the Red Sox winning a game.
All I know is the Red Sox got to get this bullpen in action. Because once that bullpen,
we got to hit, man.
They got to hit.
What do you mean? If we don't have to hit? Yo, we scored some runs. If
we did one.
The
They
Red
scored 2 today.
A run.
You need more than 2. You need more than 2. The whole season.
Giving away 8 runs in a game is also terrible.
Oh, I know that. Yes, I don't disagree with like giving away runs and especially
giving 2 home runs back to back.
Especially,
it's not ideal to be down 2-0.
You know the other thing that I've noticed, Ricky.
In both games.
You know the thing that I've noticed in all the playoff games that's happened, and I haven't seen the latest score from the Dodgers or the Cubs. Every single starter has been lit up. The only starter, and again, I haven't seen the other 2 scores. The only starter that has not gotten lit up was CC Sabathia today.
No,
Bauer is the other one. Yeah, sorry.
No, this kid from today from the Red Sox game. He the one for.
No, I'm talking about the starters.
Yeah, he's the starter. The one with the beard.
Keiko did all right.
He didn't get lit up, dude. He only had 1 run against him.
Keiko did fine.
Oh, he did good?
Yeah, he only had 1 run.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is that basically
the Red Sox starter's been lit up. Those 2.
The Yankees too, man. Well, except Sabathia, but it's just like...
I'll be honest, though. We didn't talk about this last week. I wasn't really confident going into these playoffs. So that's why I'm not even like, fuck, man. You're saying you think the Yankees are going to have more of a chance to win a game. I will guarantee the Red Sox win Game 3. I will guarantee that.
With Doug Fister?
With the offense. I think the offense is going to come through.
What about Doug Fister?
It ain't about Doug Fister. It's about the offense.
All right.
And it's going to be a bullpen game. We haven't seen Kimbrel. I think you're going to see everybody. You're going to see Matt Barnes at home pitch as well. Workman. I wish Price one already went, but it'll be a bullpen game.
All right.
All right. We'll see what happens then, man. We'll see what happens, man.
Speaking of sports that play a lot of games throughout the season.
Which one?
The All-Star for the NBA.
See, I kind of like this.
Like what?
Well,
the new rules for the
well,
NBA
this is the thing.
All-Star?
Everybody hates the All-Star game from each side. Then
It's kind of boring.
It's not boring. I mean,
it's kind of boring.
It's all right. I watch
the dunk contest.
Well, the festivities basically: home run, dunk contest, all that, the skills challenge. The reason why I like this, even though it still doesn't make the NBA basketball All-Star game watchable, is just the fact that now you're going to have the captains. Let's say if you have LeBron on one side and Curry on the other side. Now they're like
picking teams.
Basically. And right. I hope they televise that.
And there's no rules for you. It doesn't have to be East, West.
Well, no, there is rules. So fans get 50% of the vote.
No.
Yeah, fans are 50% of the vote for the players into the All-Star game.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
The players get to pick who is in the All-Star game, but it's up to the captains who determine who the teams are.
No, so it's what I read is fans 50% of majority.
Yes,
players get 25% and the sports writers 25%.
They get to pick who plays the All-Star game. Yes, but it's
right.
Up to
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and you're right. But I'm saying is that
then the captains pick who their team.
And that's what I'm saying. That's going to be interesting when LeBron and Curry are side by side. And I hope they televise this when they say,
LeBron's already done that twice.
I got Durant.
He's already picked this team. Like, so he's got to do it again.
Like he's like.
Well, it's gonna be Curry and Kyrie.
Yo, so why don't we just see the NBA Finals again? Like that's what they do.
That's basically it.
So why we even gotta have an All-Star?
No. But the thing is,
I'd rather see that because the NBA Finals is lit.
Curry and Kyrie in the same team.
But the thing, and
that's gonna be ill.
No, but the thing is that the funny part about it is that
Kyrie wouldn't do it. Kyrie wouldn't do it.
Guy's choice. If
I know Kyrie the way I know Kyrie, and he's a Celtic now, I'm with him. I'm fucking with Kyrie hard body. He's sitting on the bench. I
just want to see who the fuck gets picked last. Like it's like when we're playing 5-on-5. Like I got this dude. It's like,
so let me ask you something. As a league,
go ahead.
Do you think it's ever a good thing to copy the NHL? Because the NHL started this. This is an NHL idea.
Yeah,
they've been doing this for like 4 years.
I just think it's a good idea.
So now the NBA and the NHL is the worst pro league in American. In North America,
it's clearly number 4.
It's clearly number 4
in watching,
in everything, in revenue, and watching, and attendance, and everything.
And everything's clearly number 4 out of the 4 major sports. Yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
There's not even a question.
I think it's sometimes a little watched more than MLB. I can say they have a strong argument being watched.
So you might be saying that
I could definitely see there's more Bruins fans than sometimes Red Sox fans.
So you might be regionally you have a debate there. Regionally the Bruins do great,
and Canada teams get a lot of.
Oh yeah,
no. Listen, and then it is a fact, Dre. It's a fact. MLB gets more attendance on TV
overall,
than NHL.
And this is like overall, not regional.
North America.
I know what you're saying. Like probably here, probably but like overall baseball.
So anyways. NBA is copying something that they're doing. I don't know that you want to be taking your cues from.
But they're fun.
Oh, it's fun.
So watching the NHL ones are actually pretty interesting
because it's like action back and forth right away.
Their stuff like their skill shots.
The sport is like that. The sport's up and down.
I mean,
I can't mess with the All-Star game. I said it on. I told y'all it makes me. This is not even washed up moment of the week. But you know what? I remember being young and old people saying that the All-Star games are trash because the players don't try. Guess what? I feel that way now.
They have to make it. They have to make it a reason for you to win. It's like MLB. Like they have.
It used to be if you win the All-Star game, then
you get home field advantage.
But not anymore.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it has to be a reason for your team to win.
Okay, we all three of us have watched All-Star games, and I think, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, I think baseball one they take way more serious than basketball and football. Definitely
baseball the best All-Star.
Yeah, yeah. Because football, obviously, you don't want to hurt each other as a contact sport.
It's because it's the most like the actual sport.
Yeah, like the actual. If you were watching an actual game, because basketball, no one plays defense. In football, you don't hit hard for obvious reasons. And honestly, I think the football one, it's going to stay after the season's over because the season's too short to figure out who's an all-star and who's not. But I like the fact that 4 or 5 years ago where they put it before the Super Bowl. That way it's somewhat watchable between. It's something, number one, something to watch. Number two, is more watchable. Something to watch before the Super Bowl.
Damn, sometimes I got to catch myself as like a cocky New England sports fan because I automatically wanted to say, but that they can't do that because the Patriots will never play in the Pro Bowl. Like, that sucks because they're always going to be in the Super Bowl.
Oh, thank you for the nice segment, Ricky.
You know what I mean?
Thank you for the segment. How did the Patriots look this Thursday?
Oh, they look amazing in their white unis. I fucked with those white on whites, man.
That wasn't a fashion question.
I don't know. Bill Belichick sending Nick Foles that check.
Hey, Andres,
Brady was looking quick with those whites, man.
Andres, tell me your honest opinion about.
They didn't look that great. They looked better. They didn't look great.
The defense looked better.
Right.
It could have been closer if Nick Folk made a fucking field goal, which he
made two of those threes,
dude,
he missed 4 field goals,
dude, and Tampa Bay still had a chance at the end.
I thought when Winston let that pass go,
OJ Howard was not looking at it.
No time on the clock.
OJ Howard was not even looking at it.
The ball like at the 12,
and he was open,
down by 5.
He was open.
I thought that when the ball wasn't released, I'm like, this dude's wide open.
But you know the good thing about it is that they were only down. They were down 5, so they only had to score a touchdown and
that pass was the win.
No,
that pass was the win.
But what I'm trying to say is that they only had to get a touchdown.
No extra point.
Exactly. The dude didn't have to kick to win the game.
That man has a family. You know what I mean? Let's let the man. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. He's a billionaire. No, but you said it.
I just
don't. Let's not feel sorry for the man.
But you feel kind of sorry seeing him, and then you realize he makes more money than you, so you're not.
Yeah, but the Patriots didn't look good. Like.
I'm glad the defense decided to step up.
They stepped up.
This is the worst 3-2 team I've ever seen in my life.
Guys, I'm just happy. I'm just glad the defense for the Patriots stepped up while Evans was on the field.
Did they step up though?
Did
they really step up?
No.
Did they step up?
They stepped up enough that Evans didn't freaking get
Deshaun Jackson. You saw when they missed him deep. He was wide open. He had beat Gil. He beat
Winston was off. Winston was off early.
Then towards in second half, Brate was all over the place. Deshaun Jackson became on, and why did they stop running Doug Martin? What was wrong with him?
I think they don't want to give him too much early.
He was effective. The dude was effective.
Well, the game was sloppy as hell. There's penalties all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
If anything, the Patriots gave them a better offense because of the penalties.
What was up with those two?
It's an ugly game. That's what Thursdays do. Thursdays be like that,
What was up with those two roughing the passers back to back?
Those are fun. So that was a
Belichick was gonna go.
Oh my God!
He was gonna go on the field and pull him by the ear.
Belichick doesn't like this team.
I
don't think he likes
I'm sure he
players.
doesn't. And whatever he told Matt Patricia last game, when Matt Patricia was threw his hands up when Belichick whispered something into his ear, he's like
Matt Patricia.
They know why this is.
I know Matt Patricia.
They seen this happening. Come on, you traded a player, you let go of players.
I don't know, but they're gonna have the Jets are coming in next week.
I want y'all to look out for something when y'all see the Patriots sideline. So Matt Patricia always has a little pencil in his ear.
He never uses it.
Why doesn't he use it?
Because the fucking thing is laminated.
He got a laminated sheet and he fucking got a pencil on it, trying to be like Belichick. Because Belichick got a pencil, but Belichick be writing on a little piece of paper.
That dude fucking hates the surface. He hates the surface.
Oh yeah, I know. He's totally he hates the surface. He hates so much stuff.
He hates a lot of it.
Yeah, he's not happy with this situation.
Yeah. Yeah, sucks, man. Though, but hopefully they'll do good next week.
Last Boston's team. What do y'all think about the Bruins, real quick?
They did win last game,
bro. I should have gone to that event. My job had a work event there.
Oh, you should have went, man. I never been to an NHL game. I've been to
night.
All right, let's do that. How about that? We'll just end this real quick. We're gonna buy tickets to a Bruins game. We'll find a game. Like a real good team, like the Predators or something. I guess those are good teams, right? I'm not an NHL.
The Predators
fan.
went to the hockey. The
NHL's of a super watch sport.
No. But let's
go. Penguins.
No. The Penguins are
back-to-back.
The Predators. The LA Kings.
Hockey's dope. I've been to a couple games. I've done like events. It's dope.
No. But let's find one.
We'll look at that. We'll make the plans.
All their rival, like the Canadians.
Oh, when people find out Elliot's a Flyers fan, it's gonna be.
I'm not a Flyer fan anymore. I'm a Bruins fan. 100%. Chill with that.
Oh shit!
Correction, I am not a Flyers fan. Correction, I am not a Flyers fan. The only reason I'm a Flyers fan is because NHL 99. I like the Flyers. Eric Lindros and.
Hey, I was a Gretzky
Elliot,
fan
when he was 8 years
time.
old, picked his team off of the jerseys.
I was a Gretzky's fan for a very long time.
And that's not a bad
thing.
thing.
You said Jelskins?
No, Gretzky.
Oh, Gretzky. I thought you. I don't know why I heard Jelskins.
The great one.
What?
Redskins. I thought you said Redskins.
The great one. The great one. The great one.
Oh, you know what? We forgot one thing. Did y'all hear that Eminem might be dropping a new album?
Man, no. No.
Marshall Mathers?
Marshall fucking Mathers.
How old is this guy?
Is he still with Kim?
He's like 40-something.
42? He's 42. His daughter, though.
I don't know how to feel because I'm just finding out about that right now. And honestly, my reaction is, But that's what I would have said, too, if you told me Jay-Z is going to drop another album.
Right.
Like so 6 months ago.
If you guys don't know, here's a quick timeline of why this is happening. First, the documentary about Dr. Dre and
the Defiant Ones?
The Defiant Ones.
With Jimmy Iovine. Jimmy Iovine, too, yeah. Yeah, it's dope. You seen all 5
It
series?
makes me feel like an asshole to not have the motivation that these dudes have.
Jimmy Iovine is a motivating ass dude, yo.
These dudes are so, like, passionate about what they're doing. It makes me feel like a dickhead. Like, I don't have passion to get out of bed.
So if you watch that documentary, at the end of it, they do mention that Dr. Dre is back in the studio, and they show Eminem in the studio with him.
Did he ever left the studio?
I mean, his studio's in his house. He's never leaving that
He never left. He never leaves it.
My man built his own house.
Soundtrack was whack.
Did you think so? I actually liked the Compton soundtrack.
I liked it.
I did not like it.
I think.
Why didn't you like it?
A little sometimes.
I liked it.
I liked it. I think it was pretty dope. It was different music. It was bringing new artists. There was a lot of new artists that was showing up in there, and I think it was.
There was just a lot of Detox hype, and I was expecting, and this was not Detox.
Definitely not Detox.
Detox got scrapped, but that was the next album he came out with, and it was just, it fell flat.
More because of the movie Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, that's what inspired it.
I enjoyed it.
Well, so at the end of Defiant Ones, they talk about he's in the lab. Then 2 Chainz came out with an interview, talk about how Eminem hit him up for a hook. 2 Chainz like, come on, M, I want to really work with you.
What a combo!
Fuck a hook, give me a verse.
Titty boy.
Eminem's like, all right, 2 Chainz, you deserve a verse. They dropped the verse. M told 2 Chainz, hey, stop posting that shit on social media. Take that shit down. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tell you were dropping an album.
Did he take it down?
He took a couple of them down.
I'm sure the internet has a snapshot of it.
Hey, there's pictures of him.
Receipts.
So
I think it's a picture of him and M in the studio, right?
So there's a picture of M, 2 Chainz,
I'm about to Google that shit right now.
And Mr. Porter, the con artist, and then the con artist from D12 says, "Hey, yeah, we finished the album." And then he's like, I'm just trolling, guys.
You know what I'm kind of thinking about? I feel like all of that's promotion.
So you think that
just to get us talking about Eminem, get the buzz out. So,
but when is Eminem ever like that type of person though?
Well, he's always like, oh, I'm, writer's block. I'm in fucking recovery. He's always got a reason to be writing.
Hey man,
but they're always leaking something about him.
Well,
but are you excited to hear that though?
He's in my all-time favorite artist.
He's got to be. No, there's no doubt.
He definitely is.
For our generation, Eminem, and I'll speak for myself, man. Eminem, 100% top 10, top 5.
Andres, so what is your top 10 favorite artists overall? Like overall?
Overall?
Just overall. Like, okay. Well, I'll be more specific. Who are your top 10? I'll say lyricists. Who are your top 10 lyricists? Or top 5, whatever. Just give me your top lyricists.
All right. So for lyricists, let's say I'll do Eminem. Obviously, you know the man has some words. He lets
words.
go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Lyrics, words.
Hey man.
So he's your number one. Eminem is number one.
He's my number one.
Okay.
Then I'll do Nas.
Nas is number 2 as your top lyricist.
I'll say just not in any specific order. These guys like Eminem, Nas, Big is also a big one in my list. So those are definitely in 1, 2, and 3 in no specific order. So maybe Big and Eminem are 1 and 2.
Okay, so Eminem is your number 1. Then you got Nas number 2.
I got those same. Those are all in my top 10. They gotta be. Those are undisputable.
Okay.
So
what? Give me like two more. Give me like lyricist, 2 or 3 more.
I have Pusha in my top lyricist.
Ooh, okay, that's a wild card. Nice. I like that.
I like Pusha T.
Love Pusha.
I like Push. I like the push.
I would say
as lyrics, I wouldn't call him a straight lyricist. He got fire, obviously, but I would. Pusha's just ill with the metaphors, with the storytelling.
That's lyrics. That's lyrics. That's lyrics. That's
there's storytelling like Slick Rick. You know,
Slick Rick is to me like number 1. Yeah.
This man will tell you.
Because you know what? Because I got Nas in that too. Nas will paint a picture for you. He's not a straight punchline.
And so
because if you're talking about lyrics, I would throw Fabulous in there as like a punchline hitter.
Right.
Like he'll hit you with the metaphors and the punchline, so he got to be somewhere in the discussion, right?
So you got M.
I got Nas. I got Notorious. I got Pusha. I have Kendrick as one of my newer lyricists.
Nice.
J. Cole also.
Okay.
All right. So here's some. I have Jay-Z towards the end of the lyricism.
Yeah.
But I also have Joe Budden and Royce the 5'9", also on that list.
That's interesting.
Here's what I'll paint it.
You just so just real quick. It's kind of you got like 3/5 of Slaughterhouse in the top 10. I'm just saying how that's a super group. Then
I'll tell you right now. I count as lyricist as somebody like this. These rappers, they drop an album. I'm looking for the album. I'm listening to it. I'll give it a go. Like
because of the lyrics,
just because
like the beat could suck. They could feature someone you don't like. But
I know their skills in putting words down on tape.
I am the same. I am the same way with Eminem. Eminem can drop a song with anyone, and I'm just listening to Eminem's part just because I know any dumb Eminem song, like one of those dumb, and I'm putting quotations in the air, and I know you guys can't see it. Like any funny song that he makes, the lyrics to the song and the wordplay is just crazy.
So those are 9. But I'll definitely put Fab. Just Ricky mentioned it. I didn't think about it. I'll put Fab in those lyrics.
Ricky, give me your top lyricist.
I got a similar, like if it's lyricist, I can't have any list. Matter of fact, you could throw any category you want to me, and that category is gonna start with Big Pun, Notorious B.I.G., Eminem, Jay-Z, and Nas.
And that's
any category you give me. You could give me lyricist. You can give me just all time. You can give me storytelling. Those are my top 5.
But why?
They're in my top 5 because they're the best all-around artists of all time.
Eminem in your top 5 meme rap?
Okay, so
all of them.
So obviously there's some similarities with Andres, but one that we haven't mentioned is Big Pun. Why Big Pun?
Big Pun, Big Pun, just like Big. Perfect career. He's never. You can put on any Big Pun song, and honestly, he gets the benefit. R.I.P. From his catalog perspective, he passed away, so he doesn't have as much music. Never put out a bad song, and lyrics wise and wordplay wise, delivery wise, you didn't talk about delivery. I put all of that when I'm thinking about a lyricist. Like this dude's delivery, like his flow patterns, like and Big had that too. They can switch up their flows. That's why I can't have Joe Budden on any of my lists because Joe Budden's too similar in all of his songs to me. Like his choice of metaphor, even his choice of lyrics is always consistent. He doesn't have, to me, a wide range. I love Budden, but he's got like a real narrow range. Royce, that's why I fucks with Royce Hardbody. I think he isn't in that top 5, but he's probably the rapper that's just as talented that's not in that top 5.
Well, I'm gonna say something, and this might kind of kill the mood here, but it won't. Hopefully, it won't. Just because that's your top 5, top 10, that's because it's top 5, top 10. It doesn't mean there's no rule book. There's no handbook on
that. Goes without saying.
Yeah, that you have
preferences.
This is all
preferences.
There's no black book that says if you have this many albums, you have to be this and that. Because if you think about it, many people's top 10 and top 5 and anything includes Big and Tupac. And I'm just gonna talk about Big, for example. Big basically only put out 2 albums while he was alive, right?
Right, and one after.
And one after death, right? Actually called like that. But we forget
Life After Death was a double disc, so I'll give him 3 albums.
But we forget that LL Cool J, who's still alive, put up probably like 12 albums and never gets mentioned. And whatever, that's everybody's preference. But I just want to put it out there that, you know, Biggie put up 2, LL put up like 12, and he doesn't get mentioned. But it's not about. That's like longevity versus something else. Like,
which I wouldn't like. Yes, LL puts great words on tape. Like Common's another one.
But I'm not talking about him being a great lyricist. I'm just saying overall, as in like
overall,
like
he's not in my top 10,
and that's fine.
It's not somebody that I refer to when I want to.
He might be in somebody else's top 10.
He might be
in your top 10.
Yeah,
is he in your top 10?
As in what? In which category?
Whatever category.
I would say overall.
Well, he's in my longevity category.
Okay.
He's in my but not in my lyricist, not in my top 5 hooks, anything like that. And no knock on him. It's just that I didn't grow up listening to him. And my top, and I'll give you this. This is my top 5.
Well, I want to just to round up my list that you didn't. There was a couple names that you didn't mention that gotta be in there. Okay. You didn't mention like Weezy.
No. See,
Wayne's gotta be in there.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you there. It doesn't have to be there. It's because you wanted to be there.
He's in my list.
Okay, there you go. That's a better. There you go.
He's in my list.
This is your list.
You gave me your 5 top lyricists. Who are your other 5?
Again, I don't really have an order. Those top 5 are in there, and I probably have 30. So if you ask me in an hour from now, it would change. But all right, I'm gonna hit you. I already told you Fab, Cassidy.
Okay.
Because again, that's
one that I was going to bring
lyrics.
up too.
You're talking lyrics. If I want to put on a song for punchlines, I got to put Cassidy.
Oh, he's Mr. Punchline. Yeah, hell yeah.
Wayne got to be in there. And I got to give my dude 50 his bars, man. 50 Power of a Dollar, bars. His mixtapes, bars. 50.
And that's his opinion. Okay, that's his opinion. That's his opinion. This is my top 5 artists overall. I'm not doing lyricists or anything like that. Not at the moment. Lupe is really good too. For example,
I like Lupe.
Eminem is on my top.
Right.
As in everyone's top.
Sure.
Number 2, real wild card because you guys didn't mention him, DMX. The only reason I mentioned DMX as my favorite artist personally to me is because when I got into hip hop, it was 90.
Bumping a lot of D.
Exactly. And he is, if there was a Hall of Fame for just rap, he would obviously be in it.
There's so many different. There's so many rappers.
When he came out, he dropped hard.
Nah, man, Rough Riders
it was hard.
It
was hard.
Hell has no.
Hell has no fury.
Darkman X.
Well, that's the definition of his name. And then there was X is the name of the first album, and like
it's Dark and Hell is High. I don't know why I said Hell. Hell has no furious clips.
Like to me,
which you said Pusha, but I fucks with Malice is just as hard.
To me, DMX is like Pusha. Number 2. But he will never ever be in the lyrics department because he doesn't have lyrics. But to me, overall, he's number 2. Then obviously number 3, we got Jay-Z, longevity overall. That's like a no-brainer to me. Number 4, I have 50 Cent.
Why don't we say Drake yet?
Because you see, he's my overall artist.
He's like kind of like he's like probably like.
I forgot to mention Kanye as well.
Well, Kanye's to me, in my top 10. Kanye and Drake are probably like 8 and 9 in my overall artists. To me, Drake. I'm not, and just because I put someone number 2, number 3, it doesn't mean that they suck. It just if
no shit, man. You don't even have to disclaim that. But you don't even have to disclaim that
because
you don't have to disclaim it.
And to me, but if you're talking about lyricists, I'm not gonna rank, but I'll say just spit out the obvious Eminem. I was gonna say Cassidy was another one. I love Pusha T.
Who did we mention? Common.
Common is another one that I like. Early Nas was like a great word teller.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned not one West Coast rapper out here.
Well,
that's so. See, we haven't mentioned the South. We mentioned a little bit of the South, but we haven't mentioned.
And one of my
East Coast got no love for Snoop Dogg.
Hold on.
East Coast got no love for Snoop Dogg.
So Snoop Dogg's a storyteller to me.
To me, yes, he's in my top 10 storyteller. Top 10 overall artists. The Game is in one of them, but he's not great.
Well, we said Kendrick.
Yeah,
no one said Drake.
Kendrick is definitely like up there, but The Game is top overall. Lyricist, I don't know. He drops a lot of names. He says a lot of obvious things that a rap song should have.
He hits bars.
Oh yeah. If it was hit songs and hit bars, he'll be top 3 to me because that's what he does.
It's crazy because we've been saying all sorts of stuff, and some of the rappers I listen to the most, I haven't even mentioned, like Mos Def, like Black Star. Like Talib and Mos Def, Big L, rocks with them heavy.
So, it's funny you mentioned that. Like I have obviously Eminem.
Yes.
We
can agree. We can agree now. Hold on, let me stop, guys. We can agree that we all three of us love Eminem, and he's in top 2
Eminem's
in
everywhere.
everything.
Bro, we've had so many jam out sessions to Eminem. It ain't even funny, man.
It's not funny.
You already know that.
Overall, I do have Drake in my list overall because regardless of what he puts out, you do listen to it. Whether the song is R&B or whatever.
Drake and Kanye gotta be in terms of just from a respect factor or in the overall.
I have Drake and Kanye. I mean, I have Kanye and Fab also in my overall.
If you're talking about giving respect because they earned it, okay, I'll put Kanye.
Wow.
Okay, I'll put Kanye.
Wow. You know what?
I don't hate. No. I don't hate his music,
dude. I don't care. You can hate it.
I don't hate it.
No,
and I don't.
Don't even qualify.
But it's just
say
like
what you want.
Kanye to me is a great artist. I just wouldn't put him in my top 20.
He makes amazing music.
Of course he does.
Amazing music.
Overall, that's why I have him overall, because no matter what he'll do, if it's not a song, he'll produce an album.
And you know who else does make great music? Taylor Swift. Is she in your top 30?
But this is hip hop.
I know that. But what I'm trying to say is that just because like you're number 10, 11, 12 doesn't mean that you're bad. Elliot. Kanye to me is just he's good.
That's fine. Just don't bring up Taylor Swift. That has nothing to do with anything.
No, but what I'm trying to say is
that terrible point.
Don't lean on that too much.
You know, I have Outkast has to be mentioned.
I just
the Outkast has to be mentioned. Fucking Stankonia. I fucks with Outkast Hardbody, the Idlewild album. And if you even wanted to split up Big Boy and Andre, I'd probably put them somewhere on the list. I don't know where, but they'd be on the list, yo.
I have in my overall. I have Cameron and
that's
Schoolboy
why this is
Q.
crazy to do, because it's just music is so hard to categorize.
So I have Schoolboy Q and Cameron, and also my overall top 10.
Overall top 10.
Overall top 10.
Cameron's one of my top 10 favorite rappers.
Right.
Like in terms of fun to listen to. You put a Cameron, like I'm gonna bump to it.
That's what I'm saying. Overall, like he brings out a song. He'll be featured in a song. He comes out with an album. I'm listening to it.
I'm missing out on mad rappers. I love AZ. Y'all know I listen to some AZ.
Right.
All the time. No? Elliot's on fucking timeout over here.
Yeah, no shit, right? This man's bad.
He's got Taylor Swift on the brain. Taylor Swift, man. Nah, man, but the thing is...
Apparently I can't touch the mic anymore.
Nobody's telling you not to touch the mic, but we already had a situation with the other one, right?
Taylor Swift game. Write a song about it.
Man, Elliot picked up a pen and he's writing a song, guys. He is writing a song. Yeah, but you listen to Schoolboy Q?
I do, man. I fucks with Schoolboy Q. So when you think about the new school... That's why we had this argument a couple months ago I think
West Coast rapper.
Think new shit is just as good as the old shit. Our favorites are, if you think about it, is all late 90s, early 2000s, because that's when we were of that age. So the rappers that are coming up now, I don't hate on them. So you're talking about like Schoolboy, Big Sean, fucking A$AP Rocky, Kendrick, J. Cole. There's some rappers that are going to be in everybody's top 10 years from now.
But you mentioned Kendrick and Pusha T. Pusha T became Pusha T. After
Pusha T's been out since 2004, man.
Yes, but the one that you're talking about, it's not till now. And Kendrick it's recent.
Right.
So he's in your top.
Kendrick is in my top.
And
so
J. Cole's is recent.
Right.
Well, no one has mentioned him yet.
I did.
Okay.
I guarantee you put someone in here that's 26 years old. Like I'm not even talking about an 18-year-old. They're gonna have. Forget the artists we have. They'll have Big Sean. Will be in there. Big Sean's dope, man. Somebody probably fuck around and have Meek Mills in there.
I mean, he is a lyricist.
That's what I'm saying. These are dope artists.
I mean, I have, just for like newer rappers, I have Vince Staples.
Post Malone.
I have Post Malone. I have Vince Staples. I do have Post Malone. I have A$AP Rocky. I have Travis Scott.
Yo, like, Future hasn't been mentioned.
And
again, but now we're talking about new hip hop. So now we're not even talking about rap.
What is this that you're talking
another
about?
genre.
That you mentioned these people.
Hip hop, dude.
It's still hip hop, but meaning it's a new generation.
What list are you talking about? What's Post Malone in? What list is he on?
Post Malone is hip hop.
I'm asking you, what list are you putting him on? Top 10? What?
Newer rappers.
Oh, so we're talking about new rappers.
Yeah, newer rappers.
Okay.
Who do you have for newer rappers, Elliot?
It's not about a list. It's about who's new. It just that's like an obvious. Post Malone is new, so we have to mention him.
Oh no!
But there's like a 300 new rappers.
Right.
Yeah. So are we mentioning the new rappers, or are you mentioning your favorite new rappers?
My favorite. My new rappers.
Okay.
Like what I listen to. I mean, this is basically on what's your opinion on you like of new rappers. Who you listen?
Who's
to?
the new rap? What's the category?
If they're not
of a
on
new
Spotify.
Rapper?
I don't listen to.
What's the category for a new rapper?
Under 30. Let's do under 30. How about that?
That's not because Kendrick Lamar is under 30. He's been he has like 4 albums by now, so that doesn't count.
Came out with an album within the last 5 years. First album within the last 5 years. Would you say that?
So you're saying A$AP Rock is A$AP Rock is one of them?
Yeah.
Big Sean is another one.
I already said all the ones I know. I don't know any.
Yeah,
well, actually,
like,
you talk about all the.
That's like really specific. Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, that's not.
They're new artists if you want to say last 5 years, but
it's not somebody you pick up a CD and listen to.
No, if going by that criteria for last 5 years, best new artist, it might like to rank them. Kendrick is the only one.
I listened to a 21 Savage album.
Okay, that's you.
Issa album.
Right.
That's your side.
His album was actually pretty decent.
I didn't listen to it, so I can't knock it. But I'm not gonna.
If it's not on Spotify, I haven't listened to it.
It's not even that. It's just like
if it's not on Rap Caviar,
I'm not gonna look for it.
I don't even know it exists.
I'm not gonna look for it. That doesn't mean that it's bad. I'm just not gonna look for it.
I listened to the A Boogie album.
Again, I'm
that
not saying
track was fire.
I'm not saying that
that
it's bad.
Track was fire.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just not gonna look for it.
What else who's Joey Badass album?
It's crazy because we got the DJ saying he's not even gonna bother trying to listen to the music.
No,
so you're done.
No. I never said no. I'm talking about as a person, as a music listener, as a DJ. Have I heard their hit songs that I play in parties?
How do you keep up with new songs as a DJ if you don't want? So
you search the internet of top hit songs, and you play them at the parties.
So you don't do check out new albums that drop. You're like, well, this
that
guy
has nothing to do with me playing a popular song at the party. Just because track number 7 in A Boogie's album doesn't mean that it's gonna be popular at the party. Like Drowning, I'm Drowning. Everybody knows that song, so I play that song.
Right. That's
so you're going to billboards. You're going to the Billboard list or whatever. But that's when it's already hot.
Yes, that's what a DJ does. To play the hot songs. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna play track number 7.
Yeah, you're not trying to start new trends.
I'm just playing what the crowd
and
knows.
Nothing is standing out to you. Nothing is standing out as when you're listening to or you're playing new shit.
What do you mean?
You're not seeing like art. So
yes, like in my experience, everybody likes A Boogie. Everybody likes Lil Uzi. If you were asking me the same question 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Nicki Minaj is the hot thing, like any song from her, you would want me to play.
Damn, we're sexist as fuck. No women got mentioned on this shit, on any of our top lists.
If we were continuing, as like
they need their own list.
No, well, I was gonna make a list of whoever made the most, like top 5 people that made the most impact in hip hop. To me, that's when I bring up Tupac and Biggie, because they're not in my top 5.
That is crazy. We should make a point. I don't have Tupac in my top.
And that's because I can't speak for both of you, but I never put them in my list because I didn't listen to them while they were out. I'm not denying the fact that they were great artists, but to me, they were not what I was listening to when I was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, because they didn't put out new music, as obvious they passed away. Now, if you were to ask me the top 5 hip-hop artists in the last 30 years that made an impact in
everything,
in anything, Tupac number 1, Biggie number 2. And the reason why I put Biggie number 2 is because Tupac, not only did he make great music, and so did Biggie, but Tupac also was in the limelight in music, in movies and activism. He was out there. He kind of liked the camera. He liked being in front of the camera. And I'm not saying Biggie wasn't in shows. He was guest starred in Martin and other shows, but to me, Tupac not only he was trying to move away more from the music and into more and his career artistry. And if you think about it, Biggie was basically from 94 to 97. That's what, 3-4 years. Tupac was like Digital Underground 89 to 96. So that's like 6-7 years. So he, longevity wise, he was longer. That's why I put him number 1. Number 2, Biggie. Number 3, I would put Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott to me, since you were mentioning female rappers, to me made a big impact because she was like the one female artist who was like making wild videos and dancing music.
You got that.
Dancing music and like open up a lot of shit to a lot of other artists. I'm not saying that Nicki Minaj or
she
anyone else.
Timberland on too, who then put
Little Kim.
And
I would definitely put Little Kim over Missy for me.
Okay, and that's you. But I'm just saying like influence in the hip hop world, and I would put her number 3. Number 4, Eminem, because obviously the white rapper going into the hip hop culture that's supposed to be black. He's number 4 to me.
Eminem brought in like
a new
50.
wave of shit. Yeah,
because of Eminem, we have a 50.
Yeah.
You have to say, can you have Eminem instead of Dre? When if you can't have an Eminem without Dre.
And that's why, and that's why number 4 I put Dre.
5.
Number 5 Dre, because not only did he bring up NWA, he was able to like get away from that, but then come back with The Chronic and then 2001, and then like bring Eminem and 50 Cent, and we all know the story behind that. And that to me are the top 5 like cultural icons to me. And then other people may have something different.
This fucking piece of paper.
For me, like
other people may have something different.
I think icons for me were like, you have Dre.
Yes.
You have M.
Yes.
You have P. Diddy.
Woo! Yeah, he's like number 6. He's
a more cultural icon than Big.
And we're ignoring the South a little bit. Like there's some big.
Little John. Hold on. I think I know he's gonna say.
I'm gonna say Lil Wayne.
I said Weezy.
I was gonna say more like Little John in my, but Lil
Wayne definitely.
Or Cash Money.
He brought a lot because Cameron.
That too.
Because Cameron. I don't know if you guys seen the interview about 50 Cent going at who's the guy from Hot 97, the one with the beard, what's his name?
Ebro.
Yeah. When them were arguing, because of what they were arguing, they was like, oh, you killed hip hop in New York. Cameron made the gate open for Lil Wayne, and this is why we have more Atlanta rappers started like pour in.
We're also forgetting another guy, T.I. T.I. came in on his own.
That's what I was thinking of from the South.
And this is like people that make a big impact, and like once they came out, Ludacris is another one that we forget. Ludacris may not have been like a big lyricist. He may not be in your top 5 overall, but he's like in. If there was a Hall of Fame for just hip hop, he will be in it.
Oh, definitely.
He will be in it.
Oh, here's going back to New York and Cameron. Cameron brought Lil Wayne, but Cameron's group, Dipset, they brought us to Skinny Jeans.
Well, first of all, let's take a step back and forward. Who were your best groups? Andres, what was your give me your top 3 favorite rap groups.
I have Dipset.
Dipset is definitely there in mine too.
Dipset is in my groups. I would say G Unit, but the problem with G Unit is I really only like 50, Lloyd Banks, in The Game.
That's fine.
And the thing about that's fine.
The Game was later on.
See, but the thing about G Unit, it's like they were a group,
but they weren't a group.
But they weren't a group.
So I wouldn't put them.
Dipset was a group.
Dipset was definitely a group.
And they had their own solo careers, but they were a group.
So groups is,
Groups
Outkast
is like 2 or more. Yeah,
Outkast, Clips, Terror Squad.
I'll do Clips.
The only reason why I don't do Terror Squad is because of longevity. Like they probably had one great album, and then after that it was like trying to struggle. Now single artists, great. Fat Joe, Big Pun, Cuban Links, yes. But as a group, I think G Unit did better than them. Not to say that.
No, they definitely did.
Yeah, definitely. Not to say that Terror Squad did bad. I'm just saying they're second to that in my list.
Yeah, so that's I have Dipset.
So, but Dipset is really good.
Dipset. Do. I have Clips.
Clips is another one,
the third one is tough.
But
you should have Slaughterhouse. You said every individual Slaughterhouse rapper was in your top 10.
The thing is that
you gotta have Slaughterhouse.
See, but the thing is that it's hard. It's hard.
I think more of a how they started as a group, and then Slaughterhouse started as individual artists.
I'll tell you one of my least favorite groups.
Who?
D12.
See, but D12 was just formed. D12 was kind of like by default that they made those 2 CDs.
Should have never happened.
But it was by default. It was like they were a group.
No, it was like more. You just go to there and listen to more Eminem.
The thing with that is that, and that's what I did. The thing with that is that there was one guy carrying them, Eminem, obviously. Not to say that the talent of the others were
Dude,
bad.
diss somebody, man. You don't gotta protect everybody. D12 sucked.
No, the
rest of the rappers sucked.
Yes, Eminem carried them, but that doesn't mean that they weren't bad.
They were bad. I'm telling you.
Man.
But you might be afraid to say it, but I think they were bad. In my opinion, they were bad.
Bizarre sucked. Bizarre was just weird.
Bizarre was a gimmick. Yes,
yeah,
it was just a gimmick.
Proof
was fine.
Was fire.
Proof was fine.
Proof was fire. Conniva was
when Conniva and who's the other kid? Conniva and
honestly, I don't even remember them.
Conniva and Con Artist were the back and forth like Jadakiss and Styles P.
Yeah,
they did the back and forth.
Not mentioned the Locks. 1 second.
Oh, that's a good group.
There you go. That's a group. I'll put them.
But hold on. Before we go on, there's a difference between a group of 4 or 5 versus a group of 2, because a group of 2 can be more successful because just like Red and Meth. You know what I mean?
No, that is true.
That's like they're great.
The Wu didn't even get a mention. There's a lot.
Man, I was only told pick 3.
No, I'm just trying to. The point I'm making is there's a lot of good artists.
It's a lot.
You can make
also what you grew up with, like,
and not just that. Honestly, it's by the hour. If we had this conversation 10 minutes from now, I might have had Meth in there because that Blackout album was my shit.
Oh yeah.
So I might have had Meth in there. You talk about longevity and volumes and volumes of material. Meth got like 5 groups he was in.
Yeah.
He could be on so many different lists.
Yeah. Oh.
Meth is like a Cameron. He's just like a fun rapper. Doesn't really do any bad music. Everything he does is good.
Let me ask you a question. Is Redman a part of Wu-Tang? Ricky?
No.
Andres?
No.
Today, I saw and heard Method Man on the Breakfast Club. And they asked him about Redman. And he said, Redman is a part of Wu-Tang. And that's what Method Man said. And in the reason he didn't say like he's a Wu-Tang member, but he basically said he's a Wu-Tang member. Like,
right.
He's not a Wu-Tang member.
He wasn't like officially on the list.
Exactly. He wasn't legally a Wu-Tang member, right, but he was like basically in there.
But him and Meth was like all over the
place. Dude,
him
and Meth, yeah. Method Man to me is another guy that I will give a longevity award. Him, LL Cool J. If only Fat Joe would have dropped like an album like 3 years ago, that would have been fine.
Master P trying to find out,
dude. How come we didn't mention Master P?
How
come we didn't mention Master P?
Hey man, like I said, there's so many names to mention. That's why it's opinion and it'll change. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be home like on the way home, and I'm gonna put on fucking my Google Music and I'll be like, a song's gonna come on, and I'm gonna say why didn't I have Rhyme Fest on this lyricist?
Ricky,
yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Who's your top 3 hardcore rappers?
Oh, come on, man.
And when I say hardcore, I mean like hard, like so Drake.
So you gotta have DMX in there
if you want. For example, Drake cannot be in this list.
Of course, I mean he's
so,
not
like gritty. If you're talking about like gritty, like rap,
like gritty, like that guy that
you talking about Drake before he was getting that big bells or after?
No, and I'm talking about that kind of rapper that if you see on the street, you're like, oh shit, I don't know, this nigga gonna kill me.
I'm not racist like that, bro.
Andres,
like Styles, you know what?
P. Yeah, I was gonna say Jada. Okay. I was gonna say Jada. Like just that
Jada
gritty,
style kind
like just
of
that
same,
gritty.
because they're just like the duos. I would say
Ricky, like just name some. Like I would say, obviously DMX is one.
Bro, you name some because again, you're kind of put us on the spot. So okay, if you have some, so
DMX
you say them.
DMX is one. Obviously, it's that type of guy you see on the street. You're like, oh shit. When he was hot, I'm talking about when he was hot. You'd be like, oh shit. I don't know if I want to fuck with this dude.
He's crazy.
DMX, Jadakiss. Jadakiss, like the Locks. Cannabis is another one that's like you're like, oh shit, this dude might kill me. A little bit of Big Pun. Big Pun may have been a good lyricist, but he looked like he was that type of guy that if you pissed him off, he will fuck you up right away.
Joe said it. The man had a temper tantrum.
Yeah, he had temper. Yeah.
Like
so 50 Cent is another one that I can think of.
Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd Banks
is that dude that you tell he's cool, but like
if you piss him off or catch him on the wrong night,
what this dude's thinking.
50 Cent is another one. The game is another one. It's
the game's been known to get in fights. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I can even picture like mid to late 90s Snoop Dogg being like a hot temper.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
hot temper.
You know what's
Eazy-E I can think of, even though he was like a short career, but Eazy-E is another one I can think of.
if you don't listen to Wiz Khalifa and you just look at him, you figure.
Oh, you would think he's a fucking
he's
like
a gritty
gangbanger. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, Wiz is like
he's a cool dude.
I would say Wiz he throws some gritty hip hop, but it's real like fun.
Well, let me.
Wiz is not gritty at all. It's fun hip hop.
Well, I don't know. He says some things that kind of in gritty.
Well, Wiz is the new is
like raw, like gritty
yeah.
raw.
Well, let me ask
him laid back as fuck.
I'm
just high all the time.
Well, let me ask you another one.
He's laid back as fuck.
Let me ask you another one. Who is your top 5 soft rappers?
Soft.
And when I mean soft, it's like they're considered rappers, but like you look at them and you be like, you think Mace is a soft rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you put Drake on that?
If you want to call him Drake,
if you want to call him a rapper,
he's an artist.
There you go.
He's an artist. What do you think? Wow, so like
soft rapper,
like soft rappers.
Little Uzi. I'll put him in.
And I'll tell you something about that generation of rap. See, to me, when we grew up, a rapper is someone who was like came in poverty with the projects, was like in jail in and out, or just was like in trouble.
When we grew up, a rapper had to be like, if you like, I was seeing somebody say like, "Yo, you catch a dude in the street and you got a problem with him, you expect him to fight him."
Yeah.
These rappers today,
and
you catch him in the street, you don't expect him. You expect a bodyguard.
Yeah, and no fault to that. Like for example, what's his name? What's his name with the red hair?
Yachty.
Little Yachty.
Yeah,
he's a college guy. He wasn't into like crime or anything like that, and he appeals. He has a crowd, and I'm not knocking his game.
2 Chainz as a Masters, J. Cole's a college grad.
And I'm not knocking.
But we know about Titty Boy's history.
Actually, J. Cole is a great example of what I'm about to say. He's a college boy. He went and in Kanye West too. They didn't live that life of had to sell drugs or anything like that. No knock on them. But to me,
J. Cole's been said that he had to sell drugs.
Yeah, but like what, like a Nickelback, well, whatever. What I'm trying to say is like there's a big difference between J. Cole and
the man grew up in the projects of North Carolina, and
he lived in a house in Forest Hill Drive. We've seen the house in the album cover. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is that the
emails.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is that,
and then the apartment that he couldn't afford in New York.
Yeah, I understand that. What I'm trying to say is that there's a difference between J. Cole and like 50 Cent, who got shot like 97 million times. And to me, and I'm not saying this is what you have to go through to become a rapper, but to me, a rapper who a lot of times becomes successful is someone who goes through the trials and tribulation and makes it out of it. And no knock to Little Uzi Vert, no knock to Little Yachty, no knock to those rappers, to Post Malone, those people who came with money. I'm not knocking them.
I could knock Uzi Vert, and I could knock Yachty.
Knock them if you want.
I'm knocking those.
And even if you're not knocking them,
I'm not knocking.
It's not knocking them because their music they have a crowd.
Bro, what I'm saying is you just wasted 30 seconds. You don't even have to say I'm not knocking them. Just say what you're saying.
I just don't think that. To me, the definition of a rapper is different than what today's kids are.
Gritty, CNN.
I don't care about that. As long as they're not pretending. Because what I agree with you, but their music is also reflects that they're not reflecting that life experience. So you're talking about the rappers from our generation. That's why a lot of that New York, West Coast, like East Coast music was that gritty street music, because that's what they were reflecting, their lifestyle.
Yeah, and I like that.
So now hip hop is a little bit different. That's why you got a little bit more happy music, a little bit more upbeat. Because the people they reflect of the culture. That's what hip hop has always been.
Exactly. So I think,
and that gritty music still exists. It's still out there.
Oh, it's still out there.
It just doesn't. It's not. What's different, I think, is that music is no longer radio. Like 10 years ago, you could get a street record on the radio. Now it's mostly like you got to find those on the ground or like on your own.
So, do you think that Drake is a street guy?
Of course not.
Andres?
No.
Do you think 50 Cent is a street guy?
Yes.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay. Do you think Kanye was ever a street guy?
He grew up in Chicago.
Yes.
He has experiences. I'm not saying he was out there I'm
not saying he was out there running guns. I'm just saying he was in bad neighborhoods.
Perfect example. Do you think that Kendrick Lamar was a gangbanger?
Yeah. No, he said he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He was a basketball player. So growing up in the hood, they made sure he didn't do that. But his music reflects his upbringing. So he talks about seeing the hood and the problems in the hood. He never says himself. What I hate is rappers who pretend. And a lot of the rappers we like, you know who's one of the biggest pretend rappers of all time?
Who?
Big L.
Why?
He's just rapping about a bunch of shit he didn't do. This dude was poor, like never even made the amount of money he said he did. But he's rapping about a flamboyant lifestyle. Like, I go shopping when the plane lands. No, you didn't, man. You lived in Harlem your whole life. You didn't go shopping nowhere. So what I'm trying to say is, a lot of times rappers, like, as long as they're reflecting their truth, that's the quote unquote real, I'm good with it. So I don't want Post Malone talking about the street. That's not his life. So I don't know.
So what do you want him to rap about?
Rapping about exactly what he's rapping about, man. He's make music.
He's actually making music about him just doing drugs, fucking bitches, and just partying.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. But how can we fact check the rappers? How can we fact check Pusha T when he says, "Oh, the pounds and I sold this and that"?
You can almost feel it. You're right. You can't, but you can feel it.
Okay.
Because and those rappers, that's what you do. They're more relatable.
Okay. So so when JC was talking about all that stuff in the Black Album and previous to that, you believed him? I did. I'm asking you, did you believe him? Was that did they say?
I say I did believe him, and now it's been showing more that is true. Cause
how?
I saw an interview with Irv Gotti just recently. My man literally said this dude was bricks.
There's receipts.
Bricks out. He like when he said he was moving bricks, he was moving bricks.
Another artist we forgot about, Ja Rule. Ja Rule.
Ja Rule. Irv Gotti talked about it. Ja Rule would just fight niggas on the street for no reason.
Ja Rule was a street guy. He's he's in my top 10 of like gritty dudes.
Hooks.
Yeah. He's good. He's
in my top 10.
So Anders, to keep in the same subject, give me your like top 5 producers of all time in our generation, so we're all the same age. Top 5 producers.
Dr. Dre.
Oh, definitely number 1.
I put Kanye West.
Definitely on top 5.
Producers between Timberland.
Yes, I would. Yeah, he's on mine too.
Swizz Beatz.
Of course. Although Swizz Beatz was really, I'm not saying he's not making beats anymore, and we will never ever know unless we read the fine print who's producing who. But he was really, really hot. Like in the early 2000s, it's like
the Rough Rider albums.
Rough Rider Bob, yeah,
4,
yeah, hell yeah,
5,
yeah,
how many
yeah. So you got Dr. Dre.
Yo, Swizz Beatz top 5 just because he got Alicia Keys.
That is true.
That is true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another top 5 that I'm gonna ask you after this.
Just Blaze.
Yep.
I got some other ones. I got like Boy Wonder, Cool and Dre. I don't have Cool and Dre. I have Rick Rubin.
Oh, that's an obvious, yeah. That's like an old timer, yeah.
DJ Premier.
Yo, but Cool and Dre, when Lil Wayne got hot, like when that type of like scene came about.
It's when like Rick Ross started showing up. Yeah, those. But that's why they're not.
That Fat Joe album.
Pharrell Williams.
Oh, that's an yes. That's not yes, and not to yes. Let's 5 seconds on Pharrell. Yes, the Nerds. Yes.
Nerds clips like he came with a movement.
Let's also not forget.
Funny thing is, I hate a lot of their beats, but I agree with you. I would have them on my list too. But there are so many. Pharrell beats.
Let's also not forget Scott Storch.
Yeah.
He's a big one. He's a good one.
He's with that Terror Squad movement. And I also have No ID.
It's that Miami. Yeah, No ID.
No ID has dropped some stuff.
It's crazy because y'all forgot the number 1 producer in my mind of all time.
Who?
Premier.
I said Premier.
Oh, did you? My bad.
I definitely said Premier.
I was pouring a drink.
I am definitely putting Premier. I mean, no lie, the first time I've heard Premier or Gangstar, where I recognize him.
Groups, Gangstar. My bad.
Where I recognize him was from a Tony Hawk video game.
Did you get that too? Yeah.
Yeah, they had that Gangster the song.
Dave Mirra BMX. Remember that game?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They had
Maybe I'm taking Dave.
I think it's Dave Mirra because that's the one that Dave Mirra Part 2 or something like that. Yeah. Tony Hawk had some ill beats too though.
But yeah, no, that's how I first got introduced to Gangstar.
Yeah.
Off a video game.
You know, I remember Ricky introduced me to Big L. How did you find out about Big L, Ricky? Even though he passed in '96.
My brother. Well, you know what? 88.9. 88.9 used to play all sorts of ill shit. So we used to listen to 88.9, and we always had a cassette ready to record if some ill shit came out. So my brother we would be listening to 88.9, and we would just every now and then. And Big L died, I think, in 1998. The Big Picture came out, which is basically post-mortem. Like, that came out after he died, so they were playing it. Flamboyant came on. No, my bad. Ebonics came on. Recorded that shit. Fucking, that's it, man. You find one song. That's how it used to be. You hear one song you like, and then you want to hear more.
Big L died. I didn't know. I thought Big L died in '96. He actually died in '99.
99.
That's
so
crazy.
The Big Picture was probably 2000.
Yeah, but yeah. Remember that song he had with Tupac, or that freestyle we had with Tupac? Yeah, that was crazy too. And the reason, so like, I'll say this. In no words or shape or form or whatever, I'm saying that I hate Tupac or hate Biggie. I just did not grow up listening to them. Like,
right.
And I'm not saying that they're bad artists. They're like, if you
like you said, you had your first probably album was DMX.
Oh yeah,
DMX. So DMX, right there,
that to me, DMX to me was like hip hop to me, because that's my first love of hip hop. When I started learning English here, DMX was the shit.
Yeah, mine.
And to me, still is the shit.
Yeah, one of my first CDs. I was in Dorchester. Somebody handed me a CD. Oh, actually, one of my cousins gave me a CD. It was the Biggie 2-song sampler from one of his albums.
But Biggie was dead at the time, obviously, right?
No.
Y'all ever bought singles? Like when they used to be able to buy one single, like a song.
That's what I had. I had a CD with two.
Who's gonna see? I'm talking about cassettes.
Well, the A and B. A and B. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I learned about this dude from the Source. What's his name? Benzino.
Oh, Benzino, yeah.
His tapes, people were giving it out in the streets, and like when I was by Dudley, people were just giving out his tapes.
Yeah, man. That's some shit,
well,
though.
That's an influence person.
These top 10s, like I said, you could put a million names on it. This might become a recurring theme, dude. We might end up having a bunch of different episodes where we discuss our different top 10s.
It won't be as deep as hip hop.
Yeah, but hip hop is crazy. But
hip hop is something we all have. But I'm sure you could rattle a top 10 movies.
Oh yeah,
we could talk about top 10 different types of movies, cars, video games.
Homework has to be done.
Yeah, man. Shit's crazy though. Shit's crazy.
All of that, man. So
yeah. Like
top 10.
Music is crazy though. Like even when I DJ, like let's switch it up a little bit. When I DJ, like obviously people know that I'm a DJ, and like at parties when I get the requests and all that stuff. Let's talk about these apps, man. Like Ricky, what money apps do you use?
See, man, I at this point I have Venmo.
Okay, that's like
Cash, the Cash.me
app. Cash.me.
And you got to find me on my Bank of America, man.
Anders, what do you use?
I just use PayPal, to be honest.
PayPal's like the most, yeah.
The most. I mean, I've used PayPal since eBay was
I remember
super
eBay.
popular.
There's so many passwords, man. I always got to reset my shit to PayPal.
I always have the same
PayPal,
password and everything.
I always got to reset my shit.
Terrible.
Yeah.
You need that LastPass.
Yeah, man. Like I have to have like at least like 4 apps open not at the same time, like active. Like I DJ often, if anything, on average, like 3 times a month, 4 times a month. I'm doing one tomorrow, Saturday. And like people always ask me, hey man, how do you want me to pay you? You want me to pay you check? Do I need a deposit? What app do you use? I'm like, yo, first of all, no deposit. I believe I strongly believe in like
paraphernalia.
No, it's like if I don't provide you with the service that I promise you, you shouldn't pay me. Like I'm not that big enough that I require a deposit. Like if I'm there, then you know that okay, I can start paying this guy. Like I'm gonna give you my word, and and most people know that I'm over by my word. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be there. You're in my calendar. They say, how do you want me to pay you? I gotta check. Oh, what do you use? You Venmo? I'm like, you know what? First option, cash. There's no trace, nothing. Not that I'm like all anti-government, anti-IRS, but it's like if you give
paper
me
trail.
Yeah, if you give me $300, $500, $800, whatever I charge for parties,
turn that into a bottle of Blue Label by accident.
Tell me about it. $20 later, it was good though. But now, Bank of America has had this commercial that I saw on TV where it said 10/17, October 17th. You can now transfer money so easily with our app. I'm like, shit, man. The fuck? How is it that we have all these apps, Venmo, Cash Me, and all that stuff, that it's like basically free to... What's the catch for them? Like, what's the benefit of them transferring... If I'm transferring Ricky $20 and he gets exactly $20, what does Venmo get out of that?
They get a cut somehow.
How do they get a cut? Not from me, because he's getting the actual 20 that I'm sending him, and I'm not paying any more. So what cut do they get? It's no promotions because there's no ads. There's nothing. So what do they get?
It's one of those things where it's like clicks. You know, like look at Instagram. It was a lot of before they got bought by Facebook. There was no ads and stuff like that.
First of all, Facebook created Instagram.
No, Instagram.
No.
Yes, Instagram came out and then Facebook bought them.
I thought.
Yeah, Instagram came out and then Facebook bought them, dude.
Okay, my bad. I thought Facebook created Instagram, but go ahead, continue.
So Instagram was no ads or anything like that.
And
then it was just, this app is popular. Bigger company came, gave them money, and now they have all this ads. So that's what I feel like Venmo's gonna do. Like once it becomes popular enough.
But I think it is popular. I think a lot of people use it, and I use it.
Not as big.
How quickly do you transfer money out of your Venmo account?
Well, this is why I hate Venmo. Let's say if you send me $100 in Venmo, I have to tell Venmo to send it to my bank account.
Correct.
In Cash.me, it just goes directly into your bank account.
So you're asking me, like a Venmo, they're holding your money, and they can use that for other investments if they.
So they're a bank.
Yes,
they're a bank.
I mean, they're definitely
they're a bank. So I rather not use that, and this is like first world problems because I don't want to have to
not have these receipts, man.
I don't.
Pay me in cash, man.
I
pay
don't.
me in envelopes.
I don't. I don't want
pay
receipts.
Me in liquor.
Like I could make like I think I told you guys like 2 years ago.
Is the government on this podcast?
If there is, fuck
the
you.
Feds on here?
Yeah, like I probably
like
2 years ago. I don't know this year. 2 years ago, I probably made like $12,000 in just DJ money. It may not be a lot to people. But
do you think you lose track of it, or do you think you know?
Oh, I definitely lose track of it. And the only reason
definitely lose track.
Oh, the only reason I know that is because I went through my calendar and I know exactly what I charge per gig, and I was like, okay, well, let me round it off. A nice number was 12,000, and like in 2015, and it was all straight cash.
It's weekend money.
It's all straight cash, Randy Moss. It's all straight cash. It was all straight cash, and then like a lot of it was cash. 25% was like check that they.
Find Elliot on a Saturday night.
I'll tell you what, man.
Find Elliot.
Yo,
pro tip to everybody: hit this man up on a Saturday, like at 1 or like 12:30.
There was a time
winding down.
There was a time in my life.
Cash in his pocket. Find this man on a Saturday night.
There was a time in my life where like,
hey guys, you want to go get some Chinese food?
I'll pay.
Chow on everybody.
Like I would finish a party at 12:30 or 11 or 11:30. And I would have cash on hand, and I would hit my boys up, drinks on me, let's go out, blah, blah, blah. Because to me, that's weekend money. It's not my daily money. So it was like, it's weekend money.
It's spending money.
And it was the weekend, so I'm like, let's fucking spend this money. Now I'm a little bit more smarter. I'm diversifying my funds, Wu-Tang Clan, Chappelle Show. So it's like, I'm being more cautious about it.
Top 10 shows. Come on, man. This top 10 is for days. Man. We're gonna have segments on segments. That'll be a recurrent segment. But I'm calling it now.
But to
top
end
10s is a recurrent. Segment.
To end this, like it's like when I DJ, 80% is cash, 10% an app, the other 10% checks. I love cash. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just me being cautious about not cautious like. Depositing in my bank account, not spending it, or not taking these motherfuckers out and buying blue labels without knowing that it costs $220.
Bro, that's dope because if it's gone, it's like you never had it to begin with. So
yeah, I know, and I love to DJ though. Like it's crazy that I get paid for something that I love to do.
I mean, I would just say keep track of anything that's been put on the app. Don't keep track of things on paper.
Oh no, anything that's
Anything that gets put on the app that's been transferred to your bank account, you need to keep track.
You guys paid your fantasy dues?
I pay I pay you. I pay myself and someone else I owe money for. But yeah,
because I don't keep track.
Well, I keep track. I keep track on the basketball one.
Honor system.
Yeah, but fucking honor system like fucking home defense. So
see that
defend
DJ
your home,
views,
bro.
Man, you're out here like spending, like getting cash, getting blue labels, man. You know what I gotta keep track of?
What do you gotta keep track of?
I gotta keep track of fucking spiders finding their way into the house, man. On some fucking bullshit. And Dre, you know this as a homeowner, man. Like this shit, it's a constant cycle of having to keep up with shit, man. I'm sitting at the house and fucking the roommate is yelling across the house.
By roommate,
shrieking.
You mean your wife?
Yes, man. The wife yelling across the room. What the hell is it? Fucking spider. The next day, a fucking spider. And you know what it is, man? I didn't know this shit when I fucking bought a house. you gotta fucking home defense your house like a couple times a year, like basically on the season.
Do you do?
Yeah,
that's interesting. I don't do it.
Man, that means because you got your dogs out here eating the spiders, man.
So to be honest, me and Heather do pay a service to come by because so there was a point where we had mouse or mice. I don't know.
You guys use Terminex or who do you use?
Well, I forgot what company. It's a local company.
All right, so you use a local spot. We had that we had that too because I had some shit in the house. We had pantry moths. So we had that, but I was like, yo, I'm not paying you guys quarterly to come spray my shit all the time.
How much would they charge you quarterly?
Quarterly was like $100.
Yeah, no, ours are not that much. It's like 30, 40 something.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
So that's we paid them one time like a bigger fee, and they took care of everything. They laid down traps, and then after that we pay them like a 30.
They put you on a plan.
Yep,
motherfuckers, man. That's what they do. They say, hey, we're gonna remediate the problem, but that's a fancy word for y'all on this bullshit, man. They tell you they're gonna remediate. That just means they're gonna fix the problem temporarily, and then fucking tell you how they're gonna continue fixing the problem by charging you more money.
I mean, they came by, they sprayed down the lawn, they did a bunch of other stuff that just wasn't the mice. So
yeah, they home defense your shit.
We had a point where it was crazy with mosquitoes out there, and it wasn't as crazy when they started doing shit. So it was doing something. We had a couple hornets nets they took care of.
Well, you do live in the wilderness out here, man. You in the fucking in the woods, man.
I catch deer sometimes.
You in the woods,
grazing.
Dude.
Yo, you know what's funny? Monday, if it doesn't rain, the fence company is coming.
Cancel.
And if it is raining, they'll come Tuesday. If it's not Tuesday, they'll be here Wednesday.
But there's just so many goddamn errands that gets added to life off of this home ownership shit. It basically is like having a kid. Like having a house as a kid to take care of. You got to like set appointments for this thing.
How so?
It just is, man. It's just more to do.
You don't got to worry about it. You got to house-proof the house.
You got to.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how do you take care of have you ever had snakes, garden snakes?
I have garden snakes right outside.
How do you deal with them? Or you don't?
What do you mean? They don't come inside.
Ricky?
You just look at them, man.
You just look at them?
I don't fucking hate animals.
It's funny because Nova knows.
I got chipmunks in my backyard. They're kind of cute.
So do I. Rabbits.
Yep. Yeah. Rabbits they're wild out here. Rabbits.
So I have a couple garden snakes.
Got a groundhog in the neighborhood.
Nova knows that they're there. So every time we come up the stairs, she stares at where she saw them and just waits for a little bit to make sure she don't see them again.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, she knows where they come. It's like one or two of them. So she'll just wait before she comes in the house to see if she sees them again. Frogs, toads, I get those too in the middle of the night.
Is there a river or a creek behind?
There's a brook like in the forest.
Far away, or can you see it?
I don't know. I haven't walked back there, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
how do you defend your home, Ricky, from
money, dude? You just fucking rub money on it. Like money makes it go away. That's the fucking point.
How specifically?
Money makes it go away.
You have this green thing, this, and you give it to somebody, and they make things go away. That's all it is.
Paying people to do shit. That's fucking life, man. But you're talking about like waiting around for stuff. You know what people have been waiting for?
What are we waiting for? People
waiting for these picks, man. People have been waiting an hour and a half. They jump on this podcast, and that's what they're here for. They want to hear the bullshit. They want to hear the bullshit because you know what? We got a bunch of sports fanatics. We got this fantasy league that last week we had a couple big matchups. Your boy Ricky caught an unfortunate loss to the fuckers, man.
Fucking Danny, if you're listening to this, man, you're lucky as fuck.
I don't even feel like I lost though, because I didn't do anything wrong. I put up 140 and I lost. That's not my fault, right?
No, you put up enough points, man. It's just So let's go through it. All right. Well, I know we already know the results of the Patriots.
Fantasy wise, who got a good matchup this week?
I don't even know, man.
I mean, I'm facing Danny.
I'm facing my brother-in-law.
I'm facing Danny, who's 3-1, and I'm 2-2.
Did you guys put that bet on the table?
Yeah, basically, it's like a win-win. Whoever loses has to buy the other one's Celtics or Red Sox tickets. Basically, the same thing we did last time, and I lost, so I basically bought him. It wasn't really court. Basically, I lost the game, the fantasy week, so I had to buy Celtics tickets. But the thing was that if I had to buy the tickets, I had to pick.
You
the
wanted
game.
to do it though, meaning you wanted to go to that game.
It's a
anyways.
win-win. Like, yeah. So it was a Friday night. We went to see the Magic, my favorite team. We didn't sit courtside, but we sat behind the Magic bench, and we actually sat behind IT's father. Like, he was like I could have put my hand on, I could have touched the dude. And it was fun. Like, it was really fun. It's like, it's crazy how you can sit there and you see these guys and it's like right in front of your face. You don't really have to.
That was a good game.
It was a good game.
That was
the Celtics
Jaylen
won.
Brown's best game last year.
It was really good. Yeah.
Jaylen Brown started and he shitted.
Yeah. So back to these picks. Like, it's
you guys have been making some good predictions, man. We got to do a better job. We got
Jaguars.
to go back. We got to go back to these first 2 weeks and we got to put it together a little standings because I think you guys actually been making some good picks.
Before the Patriots face Tampa Bay
most of the time.
Before the Patriots hit Tampa Bay, and it was kind of like weird to go back, who would you have picked in that game?
The Patriots.
Just because of your home team, or you just knew they were going to win?
They needed to win.
Both. I mean, they're not the home team; they were the road team. But I
think he means home to you.
Oh, my favorite team.
Fun fact.
No, I expected them to win.
Fun fact. Did you know that was the first time that Brady played in Tampa Bay ever in a regular season game?
That was the first time Bill Belichick won against Tampa Bay at home.
On the road.
On the road. Yeah, that was the first time Brady ever faced them.
Yeah, those teams don't play a lot. That's the NFC South. They play once every. They've never won the division.
Well, he's been in that stadium in the Super Bowl, but that doesn't count as
Well, because we only play them once every 5 years, and sometimes and again, every 10 years. Every 10 years down there.
Yeah, every 5 years because there's six divisions, and you rotate every 6 years. Right now, the Patriots are facing which one in the NFC? It's not the NFC West because it's not Seattle.
The South. If we're playing
the South,
Tampa
so they
Bay,
play Carolina.
Yeah.
The
but
Saints,
again, they split it
Tampa
up.
Bay,
So
and Minnesota's the other one, right?
No, in the South. No, Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta's the other one. Yeah.
And or we would have played them if they won a division any of the last 18 years because we won the division every year. But they don't. They didn't.
Yeah. You know that's how the schedules go under. It's like they every now and then, like the Patriots will face all four teams in a specific NFC. That's why they haven't faced the Cowboys.
I'll break it down quick. It's 16 games. You play 8 games in your division.
Yeah.
Then you play
6 games in your divisions.
Excuse me, 6 games in your division. Then you play 6 games against your counterpart who finished in the same spot as you.
Yeah.
And so first place teams all play each other once.
Yeah. And then you play 3 games in one specific division in the other conference.
In each conference you play another division.
Yeah.
So that's the other 6.
Well, let's get down to these picks. We have the 49ers and the Colts. Ricky, who you have?
I got the 49ers in there, man. The offense looks good. They got the young coach. Pro tip, I think I'm going to start going for FanDuel players on whoever the 49ers are facing. Same thing with the Rams. High offense.
Wait, hold on. So the first name that you pick that you say is home team, is that what it is?
Let me double check that.
Yeah,
real quick.
Dude, that's important too. Because I know. Let's see.
I think it is. First is the away.
Indiana is home. So basically, the first name that you say are away.
Yes.
Okay, so if it's my turn, I say Jacoby Brissett gets their first win. Okay. Not the first win. Like Jacoby Brissett pulls it off. Yeah,
so
wins it.
You have Colts.
I have the Colts. Yes.
I think I have the Niners. I'm with Ricky on this.
So
one.
2 of the Niners, 1 the Colts.
All right, Jags and Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
I mean, if you were to tell me the answer, who's home? Oh, the Steelers. Pittsburgh.
Is it in London?
No more London.
That's an important question.
Pittsburgh.
No more London games, by the way.
Yeah. Is there no more? I
thought
there would be one more.
If there is,
who cares?
I don't fuck London.
I think we're all gonna go with Pitt.
We got Pitt. Yeah, we got Pitt.
Bills, Bengals.
You want to take that, Ricky?
I think I'm gonna go Bills, Bengals at home. I'm gonna go Bengals.
See, the Bills
are coming off of a kind of a big win,
and they have the best. They got the best record in the AFC East. That doesn't mean shit.
2-1.
They're number 1.
They're 3-1.
3-1.
They beat Denver at Denver.
Nope, it was in Buffalo.
Oh, it's in Buffalo. They beat Atlanta at Atlanta. They got the best defense overall, not in yards.
Points allowed.
Fuck. Tyler Eifert's not gonna play Buffalo.
You got Buffalo.
I got Buffalo on that one. LaShawn McCoy's gonna go off maybe.
So you think Cincinnati's gonna be 0-4, 0-5? That's crazy. You're right. It's not a bad pick.
I don't think it's crazy.
That's why I'm picking Cincinnati because I don't think they're not bad enough to be 0-5.
I think they are.
I'm gonna go with Bills.
I'm going with Bills.
Plus the home team. I'm gonna go with the. Okay, you go ahead.
The Bills got the home team automatically is 3.5, but no, Going with the Bills.
All right. Titans at Miami.
No Mariota. No Marcus Mariota.
Titans.
Nope.
You got Titans with who they are? Case Keenum. Who's their quarterback right now?
Doesn't matter. Jay Ajayi.
Better than Jay Cutler.
Jay
Ajayi.
Jay Ajayi. He's finally gonna be Jay. So Miami. Who you got, Andres?
I got Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
We have Baltimore at Oakland.
No, Derek Carr or D Carr, whichever one.
EJ Manuel.
Man,
Baltimore at Oakland.
Yeah.
Oakland.
Yeah.
Just because they're home.
Yeah, no, I think EJ Manuel looks.
If Baltimore actually had a little bit of offense, but so they are with EJ Manuel, Oakland has a better offense than Baltimore.
They have offense. They just can't click. I don't know what it is. They just cannot click. I'm going with Oakland. Even with the backup quarterback, I'm going with Oakland. They should sign Collins.
I think EJ Manuel's looking a lot different than when he was in his old team.
The Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's next? What's next?
Green Bay at Dallas. That's the game of the week, isn't it? It's like a Sunday night game, isn't it? That's usually a Sunday night game.
4 p.m. game.
Is it
a 4 p.m. Fox game of the week? It's a
Fox game of the week.
That's a 4 o'clock game, right?
The only reason why I'm giving the Cowboys, not because they're my favorite team, $2 tie may not play. Really doubtful. Devonta Adams is doubtful because of what Burfict did to him, or whatever the fuck the name is. Yeah. I say the Cowboys by like half a point. Cowboys by half a point. Ricky, what do you got?
I'm waiting. I want to be last.
All right. So we have Green Bay and Dallas. So Elliot said Dallas.
Barely Dallas.
Barely Dallas. Barely there.
What do you got, Andres?
Oh. I think Green Bay is going to upset at home.
Is it really an upset?
No. Dallas should win.
Go ahead.
I got Dallas.
You got Dallas? Elaborate in 5 seconds.
The injuries at the running back position of Green Bay, the receivers being out, and I think Green Bay's defense is injured. So I think the wide receivers, I think Dez is going to have a big game, and I think Williams will have a good game.
Okay.
All right.
Minnesota in the Chi-Town.
If Sam Bradford plays like he is supposed to play, I'll pick Minnesota. If Sam Bradford does not play, I'm giving.
How is Sam Bradford supposed to play? What does that mean?
He's Monday night game.
He's questionable. His knee.
You mean just play period? Because it's not like he's a difference maker.
No. It's just that if he plays like he's been injured, blah blah.
Yeah, they're saying he might start Monday night.
Yeah,
but he's not okay.
So I'll give him Minnesota. If Sam plays, Minnesota. If Sam does not play, Trubisky gets his first win in his first game.
Ooh, so let's say E for with Brad, E without Brad.
Minnesota.
No matter what?
Yes.
Okay. Even with D Cook out?
Yes.
Okay.
They're going to start
Murray. They're going to start Murray and then
McKinnon.
Mixon McKinnon. They also signed this. Who did they sign?
Ridley.
Yeah, they signed Ridley. I thought he's just depth. Now he's not going to play. He'll be uniformed, but that's it.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Minnesota. I kind of want White to go off.
All
Jets at Cleveland.
Wait, White? Who's White? What do you mean? You say you want White to go off?
The wide receiver?
Oh, wide receivers. Okay. Thielen and Diggs. Okay.
What? Cleveland at Jets at Cleveland.
Jets can't win any more games.
The Jets, because of just the talent that the Jets have,
can't win any more games.
This is actually Myles Garrett's first game. Not that it matters much, maybe to some.
I mean, he's the first pick of the draft. But what is he, a lineman?
He's a defensive end. So
you're saying the Jets?
I say the Jets.
So Ellie has Jets.
Matt Forte's out.
Jets are gonna be 3. Oh, fucking Jets, man! I know some Jets fans on Twitter are fucking pissed.
Why?
Because they're winning. They're like, what the fuck? We wanted this team to lose this year, and
why?
this is the year that they're winning.
Nah, man.
What do you mean why? Because they have no good players.
They have a scrappy
Tell me
team.
what good player they have that's young.
That's young?
Do they have a young quarterback that they're grooming?
Yeah, Hackenberg.
He's played? Krappenberg's played?
Well, that's because the coach wants to play fucking 39-year-old McCowan.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So they're supposed
They
to
have the
tanking.
players. It's just the coach needs to put them in there. Robbie Anderson
He's
is
starting.
Oh, that's good. Although he's like sucking, but he's learning.
Did you see Hackenberg in the preseason? They had to bench him in the preseason. He doesn't know the offense.
That's fine. That's
so
okay.
I'm trying to tell you, a lot of Jets fans were like, "This is finally going to be the year."
But what do you want to suck for?
To get a pick.
What, to get fucking the quarterback from Louisville?
To tank. They got like 4 quarterbacks in this draft.
From Louisville? What's his name?
So I'm just telling you, Jets fans are all pissed off because they're going to do what they always do and win games that they shouldn't win.
So I'm saying, from what I understand, Ricky's saying Cleveland.
Yes.
I'm saying the Jets.
I'm saying Cleveland.
Duke Johnson, 100 yards.
Chargers at Giants.
Chargers suck, man. I hate it when they're on TV.
You want to talk about suck?
Giants are 0-4.
I hate it when the Chargers are on TV.
Giants are 0-4.
I'm not saying I didn't make a pick yet, but I just hate at like 6 o'clock, 6:30. They always got to go to the Chargers game on my red zone, and the Chargers are always doing the same.
I hate Phillip Rivers. His face is just like
his arm. This Chargers piss me off, man.
Giants get the first win.
I got the Giants.
Ricky and Elliot with the Giants.
What do you got?
I'm going to say Chargers win and sink that ship even further.
So that means that you shouldn't start Gallman?
I mean, the player could do great. Don't mean you have to win.
All right. We'll see.
Panthers at Detroit.
Detroit football.
Detroit versus everybody for Ricky.
I say Detroit, too.
Yeah.
Detroit's a good team. To tell you the truth, I got Detroit right now
to the playoffs.
Oh, they're definitely going to the playoffs.
They're definitely a wild card. Yeah,
I'm just they might win that division. They might win that division.
It is a tough division. I got Detroit. In that game, I got Detroit.
Detroit, Minnesota, and
they lost
Packers.
the bullshit game to Atlanta. Detroit's good, man.
Yeah. I think we're all in Lions territory. Cardinals at Philly.
I mean, if you were to hold a gun to my head, I say Philly. Is that Arizona?
Cardinals?
Yeah. Is it Arizona?
Yeah.
I will say, shit. Philly.
It's not
Small was not playing, so
fucking Philadelphia, man.
Philly. I'll say Philly.
Philly?
Yeah, I'll say Philly.
Ricky,
Philly.
you going?
Yeah, I'll go Philadelphia.
You going with the steak and cheese?
I'll go steak and cheese instead of the sun. Who do you got, Andres?
Top 10 steak and cheese.
I'm gonna go.
Stashes.
I'm going to
Blow
Cardinals. I'm going against the grain.
Rizzo's.
Tony Luke's.
Who do you got on this?
I said I'm going against the grain. I'm going to Cardinals.
All right, bird.
Speaking of birds, Seattle, Rams. Rams at home.
The Rams have always beat Seattle.
I'm going
at
Rams.
least once.
You said Rams at home?
I'm going Rams.
I'm going Rams. You said Rams at home.
Yes.
So Rams.
Fuck,
McVay, man, their offense looks legit.
Yeah, they got the best offense, scoring offense. Seattle. I'm saying Seattle.
Elliot's with the
I'm with
the church boy.
I'm with the church boy. Sierra's gonna win.
Baby future.
Baby future.
Last game. Kansas City at Texans.
Kansas City has not lost a game until they lose a game. I'm gonna pick them no matter what.
So Elliot's saying Kansas City. Ricky?
Kansas City. Better team.
I think Texans gives them a loss. That's the picks.
Fuck, man. Kansas City is the best team in the football.
Kansas City is the best team in football right now. Yeah, they're undefeated. Who else is undefeated? I think they're the only one that's undefeated.
That's it. They're the only undefeated team. Well, guys, it's 1:42. I think that is it. That is the end of this podcast.
That's episode 3.
That's episode 3, man.
Episode 3 is in the books. Week
that's
3.
a wrap up.
You expect next week Elliot's going to be leading this charge. This week I wrote down these picks. So we're going to talk about who was right and who was wrong.
Jacksonville.
I'm going to leave this right here by the laptop. I'm going to
Jacksonville, week 1.
Yo, we cut back.
We can remember that, Ricky. Jacksonville versus Baltimore.
Hey, man, I've given y'all all the credit for those picks. That was fucking.
We're gonna come back and we're gonna see Baltimore destroy Oakland.
I called you Dre Thomas, and I called you Mr. Cleo.
That's right.
Fucking pick gods.
We were right.
All right. Well, on that note, let's thank you for listening. It was an interesting. We'll continue this top.
This is a good episode, man.
This
good
is top
episode.
10 outrows. This is top 10 outrows.
No lie, it didn't look this.
For the podcast.
It didn't look. It
is
didn't
this episode in the top 10?
It didn't look this great.
It's episode
of the
3
week.
in the top 10.
There was a lot of tension.
Definitely top 4.
Is Elliot's silent treatment in the top 10?
I didn't make no silent treatment.
Yo, my man laid back on the couch like I can't touch my microphone no more.
Hey, me being tired, my ass hurting on this stool is top 10.
Yo,
You should have taken the other couch, bro.
you should have taken the other couch.
You live and you learn.
Bot.
Episode 3.
So on this note, goodbye, good night, and here you go for Ricky.
Oh shit.
80s music.